Michael, finally, I'm good to see you're looking nice and relaxed. The position we like you to see for England's white ball team.
I mean, yeah, that was spectacular. Owen Morgan set the tone with what he said after the first game. As cricket lovers, I think it's important that it goes to the last game. So India have done the game of cricket a good service by landing it on a plate to these strikers of Bairstow, Stokes. We saw Livingston at the end. But to chase that kind of total with so much ease, or the way that they make it look so easy, is an incredible achievement. I mean, to go to India and all right, the pitches are fine, but there's not many teams go to India and knock a total like that off with so much ease. This England white ball team are a joy to watch. They have days like they did in the first game, and they may have in the third game where they play this aggressive nature and it allows the opposition into the game at times. But the way that they bat and the way that they play, and you see someone like Livingston come in, I can only imagine what Owen Morgan's been saying to him over the last week or so. You will play, but by the way, that the way that we play, this team, my team, is you have to be able to go for it. Liam Livingstone came out. There was a hint of nervousness. Virat didn't get his tactics right. He should have kept Bhuvaneshwar Kumar on. Turned the attention to spin. No idea why, but Livingstone straight away, bang, bang, bang. That's the way we play. So it was good to see him. But India, if anything, Gautam, I would hope, as a cricket kind of pundit and someone like studies the game, India should take today as a massive lesson. They should really identify that the way that they're batting of being safe to get to par, I don't think it's winning them a World Cup. I think they'll come unstuck in a World Cup. You look at the last two World Cup performances by this Indian side, 2015, 2019, they have disappointed. They have disappointed and come unstuck because they've not played the right style of cricket. A day like today can be that trigger. It can be that one moment where you go, we remember that second game against England at Ahmedabad where we didn't get enough runs, but from that moment on, we changed and we started to go for the 380s, 400s, and they have the skill and they have the power to do so. So for an Indian perspective, they should take today as a massive lesson that they have to go a little bit sooner with the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's if you want to have a lesson, this is the time to do it in I'm using the word loosely, irrelevant series, irrelevant in the context of not being part of a World Cup, not being part of a tournament. So it's the right time, if anything, to get a lesson like this, because both in batting and bowling, we felt that there were several runs light, and it could have been the top order that could have put on more than 210, as Michael pointed out, at the end of 40 overs. Should have been 250 maybe at that point, and then the 120 comes in the back end and you get 360, 370. And with the bowling, a few little tweaks, Hardik Pandya not bowling, who do you turn to at the end? So lots of lessons, Joy.
Absolutely. And the first thing is that, I was just thinking to myself and said, 5 years back, before 2015 in this New England side, if a team had put 337 on the board and we at halftime would have looked at each other and nodded and said, maybe they're a few short because they haven't really pressed the button, people would have thought we were absolutely mad. But that's the fact. That's how the game has changed today. And you can no longer put 330, 340 in batting conditions like this on the board and expect yourself to say that, okay, we're going to defend it easily. This is so huge a target that there'll be instant pressure on. So that no longer works. And that's the thing. I mean, this is a discussion that, exactly as Michael said, that the Indian team should look at themselves. Two things. One is what he said specifically about urgency in that top order. Urgency in the top order, in the top 40, you can't end up after 40 overs at about 5 and a bit in over. It has to be 6+. The second thing that is very important is really we cannot go in with 6 bowlers, with 5 bowlers. It's just not an option. In the conditions today, somebody is going to get really badly collared and you have no options at all. So going in with 5 bowlers, I don't think is a World Cup strategy. And we need to therefore look at our team very seriously. If Hardik is not going to bowl, then the composition of this side looks very different.